Hey, what's up? This is PeterPromo here to discuss my thoughts on the Grudge 2020 remake, reboot, its sequel. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it is. So I'm a big fan of the Grudge series, even going on to the Asian cinema version, which is Ju-on. The Ju-on series, I mean, over there in they've got like I think 8-10 different movies. It's going way too far. The American version, there were three of them. The first one, Sarah Michelle Gellar. The second one, she was in that too for a little split second. It had to do with her sister, and the second one played a lot with time. When did this happen? Is this the beginning? Is it the end? I don't know. Time displacement. Some people don't like the second one. I fucked with the second one. I don't know what to tell you. I thought it did well, and I think that Kayako. That's the name of the ghost. Kayako. She's scary as hell. Scary as hell. Even if you're not scared. Anyways. So then the third one came. And it did feature the young actor from the second movie. It was like a young boy who survived at the end. And it sucked. It was awful. It's like the idea behind this new one in my mind was, oh shit, it's The Grudge, big Hollywood production, and it's rated R. It's rated R. I was like, yo, this has got to be dope because it's the first one that's rated R. Then I thought, I was like, oh wait, The Grudge 3 was rated R, and it went straight to video, and it was awful. So I went into this one. I didn't look at any reviews. I was just like, Kayako in America, part 4. Sign me up. Take my money, please. And it's rated R. Take my money, please. Now, I want my money back. Essentially, people are shitting all over this movie because it is bad. It's not good. Don't see it. Don't see it. But I think that what people are, and I'm not saying that they're getting wrong about it, but there are elements that really, if you look at the Grudge in Asia, I don't know if it's Japan, I think it's Japan, it's called Ju-on. That first one, man, like, it was time displacement everywhere. The entire movie was, is this the beginning? Is this the end? Did this happen in the middle? Is this 2006? Is this 1998? If you watch that movie, you're like, why is it jumping? This doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what this one does too. This one, why are you like, first of all, this one takes place in like 2004, 2006, 2002. It just jumps back and forth. Okay, it's boring as all hell. It's boring. It's boring, baby. It's boring. Again, don't go see this movie. But it jumps, and the thing is that it does this whole 2006, 2004 thing, and there's no reason. You might as well just made it now. Why not? I don't know. The intro has Kayako in it. The intro, you see Kayako the ghost, and it is probably the scariest part of the whole movie. Not because it was technically all that scary or that anybody died. It was just seeing her. It's just the white skin. White skin. I'm afraid of white people. Just. It was, and then it just comes to America, and it's just like, why? The whole idea behind The Grudge is that it's relentless. If you get The Grudge, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like herpes. It's staying with you forever until it kills you. You know? But this one takes that Grudge, brings it to America, and as opposed to it being a sequel to part 2 or part 3 of the American Grudges, I guess technically it's a sequel to part 1. It doesn't matter. The point is, Kayako, the Grudge, the reason why you go see this movie, she's not even, it's like all this, like the first couple that gets killed, there's like a white guy, you know, and he's just fat old white guy, and then like that's who's haunting people, you know, like basically in this household, the girl that's at the beginning in the intro, she takes it back to her house, and then of course, you know, like this is the thing, you know what's gonna happen, she's dead. That's the whole point of this entire series. If you enter that fucking house, you're dead. There's nothing you can do. So this movie plays around with time, and I feel like the people who are frustrated with that, which I was too, if you look back at the Ju-On series, the first movie was, you know, so it's like you're on key, you're on board with that. The problem, here's the problem, and the reason why you shouldn't see this movie. They introduce all these characters, but they tell you that they're gonna die. So right off the rip, like, I'm not spoiling the movie telling you that all these people are gonna die, because it tells you in the first 10 minutes every single person that we're introducing you to dies. So then why am I watching this movie? And then when I say it's long and drawn out and boring, it's there's no reason for you to see this movie, because if you just see the first 10 minutes, you've seen the whole movie. Now, sure, what they do is they show you how they died, which isn't interesting. It's not interesting at all. If you're scared of fat white dudes, then maybe you'll be afraid of this movie, but it's not the same. The reason why Kayako in the original Grudge movies, the reason why she has that the reason why she does that noise is because her neck got snapped. Doesn't that explain why she's doing the in this movie? These white people, they're just doing it, and it had me in the theater going, why? So these white people are haunting other white people. I wasn't exactly sure why. And everyone that goes to this house, they already show you in the first 10 minutes that they all die. So then the whole movie's about, yeah, but how did they die? Oh, he got stabbed. Okay, and then the jump scares are just that, jump scares. And like, I don't like these new horror movies. I don't watch a lot of them. You know, like Insidious and like I've seen some of those, and some of those jump scares aren't bad. They're not bad. But in this, they are. It's horrible. It's like, there's nothing there. Oh, there's something there. But the lights cut off. I knew the moment you cut the lights back on that something was. That's not jump scare. That's the. So it was just like, when I was in the theater, there was a bunch of young African American kids going. I didn't know how they got into a rated R movie. They laughed at every jump scare. They laughed at every death scene, because even kids aren't scared of it. It was bad. Okay, so this, you know, there is a Latino gentleman who's in the movie. I forget the actor's name. He does a good job, because he's the only nigga in the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? He is the only nigga in the whole movie. He said, "Hey, white lady, don't you go in that house. I'm not going in there. That's all he had to do. And then his partner went in there. Sorry. His new partner, the white woman goes in there. I'm sorry. There were crimes happening in this house, this haunted house. Sorry. And guess what? I'm sorry if this is a spoiler for you. He lives. Okay? You know why? Because he was the only nigga in the entire movie. You know what? There was an older nigga in there too, but he married a white lady and she killed him. I'm not touching that one. But thankfully there was one nigga in the movie, Latino brother, and he he let it know exactly what it was. Every person dies in this movie, and that's not a surprise because they tell you they die in the first 10 minutes. So that takes out all the suspense of the entire movie, which I feel was like 3 hours. I feel like this was longer than Avengers Endgame, and I'm positive that it was half that time. But it felt longer than Avengers Endgame. I fell asleep 2 times. This is one of my this is arguably my favorite horror franchise. And I fell asleep twice in the movie. So you should go see it. You should definitely go see the movie. I think that you'll enjoy it. Look, all jokes aside, there are only 2 reasons to go see this movie. 1, because you're trying to get some head. 2, because you're trying to give some head. There's no other reason. There's no other reason to be in this movie. If you just casually wanted to waste your money and you felt like, you know what, I don't even fuck my money. I don't even need this. Let me just give it to the poor, or go see The Grudge and give it to the rich. I don't know. That's it. The Grudge 2020 is awful, and it is apropos because if you go see that movie, you will leave with a grudge. Perhaps it is the greatest movie. Perhaps it's the greatest movie of this entire year. Who knows? Those are my thoughts on there. I hope that it was helpful for you. And, in the words of the great Kayako, I'm PeterPromo, and don't go see this movie. Cut this off.